Spirit's cheek is one of my favorite things about being connected. So, for those of you who don't follow me on YouTube, which you should, I do a post every single day. At the beginning of the month, I set it up, and I have a post every single day, just a spiritual meme or something like that. The one today was just like someone like covering themselves in crystals and being like, when you had that day or something like that. And I'm like, my caption above it was, this is literally why I created my business, Soulshine Jewelry and Art. And one of the people commented on it, and they were like, bet, I'm going to go and check that out. And because I'm working a traditional job now, and all sorts of other stuff, I haven't had as much time as I wanted to work on my business or do readings, which is why you're going to see me grab some cards here. And I was talking to Mama, and I'm like, she's like, do you still want to do the business? And I'm like, yeah, I still want to do the business. It still resonates with me. And in that moment, I burped, and I had a little bit of a bile taste. For those of you who don't know or don't follow my Claire Gustus, I get confirmation burps or things that happen gastrointestinally that are related to my energy, especially coming from my solar plexus. That being where the stomach sits and where, as well as your self-image, your personal view of yourself. And I'm like, oh, do I actually still resonate with that, or is it just this ego clinging to something that I don't want to feel I failed on, or I don't want to let go of because it would be perceived as a failure by other people? And so Mama's gone out shopping before this weather system, and I didn't really like her going by herself, but I felt like I needed to stay because I have to work and close tonight. And I work at an auto parts store. This is relevant, by the way. And it gets really crazy with the weather system and stuff. Where's my tripod? But the other day, I helped this lovely young woman who works at the Dunkin' Donuts around here. My mom just ran into her at the bank, and she's like, oh my god, I think your daughter helped me with my coolant and stuff. And they started talking about my business, and she got so excited, and it's just like, my Soulshine is more than just my company. The reason why I called it that is because it will allow me to do what makes my soul shine. Connect with people, inspire people, and make a positive, lasting impression. And that's exactly what I did with this young lady, just checking her coolant and teaching her how to check her dipstick and stuff. And it is such a beautiful confirmation that I'm like, I feel like I don't need to do a reading. I still want to, but I feel like the message that I'm getting from Spirit is, you can still do this. Just remember why you're doing this while you're working, because when you're surrounded by normies and you're in the thick of it, you can get so distracted and distraught. And like the past 2 days, I have come home just exhausted and depleted. I need to do better protections and wardings of myself so that I don't take on all of these people's panic and emotions and rage, because there has been rage. I was telling Mama that someone in the Walmart next door got jumped after buying a 5-gallon gas can from our store. And they had a shovel in their back, in their trunk, so they fought off their attacker, but that's the state people are in right now. They're panicked, they're scared. And through all of this, I was still able to make a positive, lasting impression just by being myself and sharing the information that I had. And that's all I want to do with Soulshine. I want to make beautiful things that make people feel beautiful. I want to experience unique experiences that are done outside of my bedroom where I hide, And it is just such a beautiful confirmation when I was feeling anxiety and dread. Like my friend Kimmy from Favored Ones. I see she's messaging me on TikTok, and I'm like, February's coming up, and that's when we were saying we were going to start talking again about Vibes with the Archives Season 2. And so that's another thing. Does that still resonate with me? And it does. I miss talking to Kimmy. I miss meeting with my friend and just being able to have a spiritual tea session. But again, I need to remember why I'm doing it. I'm getting a little nasally. I need to take some medicine before I go to work today. But how spirit talks and shows up in my life is so amazing. And this is something that I could just brush off if I wasn't aware and not actively looking for things. And so Spirit isn't going to talk to you directly. They're not going to come down on a golden cloud. Beauty school dropout. Go back to high school. It's not going to be that evident, Frenchie. You have to find where is your marker. Where it's like in certain video games, they teach you what the indicators are for moving forward. In The Last of Us, it was yellow tape and yellow wood. That showed you that was a climbable object. In Alien Isolation, it was green lighting and green bars. You have to look for how this video game is telling you to move forward. That was a complete thing for me. I love it. I love it so much. All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna do this reading. I'm looking forward to seeing what this says now.